Good morning, guys. This is going to be another quick video of a trade setup, or rather, a trade I just put on. Now, there's not going to be too much theory crafting over here because, well, I kind of know what I've already done, so it's not about what I'm going to do, or rather I'm going to tell you guys what I've done and why I did it. So as you guys can see, I do have these horizontals over here. You know what, let me actually just clear everything out and I'll reconstruct the trade, right? That'll be a lot more helpful, I guess, for you guys to see how I come up with these setups. And hey, keep in mind, these setups don't have to go my way. The last video I posted, the first of these trade ideas that I posted actually went against me, right? I lost on that trade. I may end up losing this one too, and hey, I do lose trades, man. That's what trading is all about. So let's go back to what we were talking about, though. I had those horizontals over there. How did I come up with those ranges, right? I had a top of the range, bottom of the range, middle of the range. When I'm playing ranges, guys, that's what I look for. Okay, you guys know, until the halving is done, I'm not going to be looking for any trend trades. Until then, just going to be looking for quick in and out plays. So how do I come up with those? Well, you guys know I like looking for key areas of clusters or key areas of breakdown. It helped us a lot over here, helped us know where we're going to be right, where we're going to be wrong, where to get out of the trades, etc., etc. It really helps you set a clear, objective way to know where you are wrong. And that's what trading is really about, guys. Okay, knowing where you are wrong, and if you're not wrong, the trade will keep going in your direction, right? And it is a consequence. Okay, profits rather are a consequence of using technical analysis to know when you're wrong. Okay, yeah, it's the morning, guys. I apologize if I'm all over the place. So yeah, let's go back to what I was talking about. Let's draw those horizontals. I'm going to use this breakdown area over here, this key area over here, and this cluster over here, where we pretty much again broke down from, right? We came, put in some highs, tried to consolidate a little bit, failed to push up higher, and broke down. And over here, guys, was a key area too, the massive 14k and 6k consolidation before breaking down. So we're going to use all of it. But this wick over here, that a lot of traders seem to ignore because they use some reason about event driven or blah blah blah. Yes, it was probably event driven, but it is price action, right? You can't simply ignore it. And if you do put a horizontal right over there, you'll see that, hey, price has respected, right? And that at the very least should be enough to convince you that, hey, you know what, maybe I shouldn't ignore this, especially after we had this price action over here. So we're going to go ahead and mark that. And if you do extend it to our breakdown point, you'll see that it lines up so well, right? We came up here. This was the failed push up, the final try by Bitcoin to break out of this consolidation to the upside. Failing that, you guys remember, this was the last signal we got from the Mango 12-hour wine, your last opportunity to short it, and then boom, 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 right? So this was a key area over here. We can go ahead and mark it. You can use the wick and wick right over there and adjust it slightly if you want to be a little bit more nitpicky. Okay, cool. After that, what do we have? Well, you guys can go ahead and mark the candle closes of this area over here, and we can mark this area right over here, and you can see that, hey, that matches up really well with that, right? You can go ahead and stretch this too, and you're gonna see, what do you know, wick to wick on this range, on this candle, right? You could essentially say that this one candle set the tone for many months to come, many months to come, because that entire area was very key, right? Over here too, we had the rejection, broke above it and gave us that nice trade all the way up to 10,350, right? Another 8% move. So we have the top of the range, we have the bottom of the range, and now what do? We mark the middle of the range, right? Now you can go ahead and just smack it right in the middle like we usually do, but let's go ahead and be a little bit more technical and use this breakdown area right over here. Yeah, so over here you can see rejection, fail to have the push to the upside, and over here too we are coming in to test it again. Now here's the thing, guys, I would have really preferred to take a long, because I'd be on the side of the trend, right? And you always want to be on the side of the trend, and you could say, you know what, I want to be on the side of the trend, I'm not interested in short trades at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for either price to come down over here to around 9,600, 9,500, and then look for a long opportunity, or I can wait for price to break this region over here and then look for a long opportunity to the upside, right? So you have a long on the break test up, or you have a long on the retest to the downside and to the upside. But I did put on this trade because on the lower time frames I was seeing what I do want to see. If you switch on over to the 4-hour, you're seeing that, hey, we are respecting this right over here too. This horizontal at 10,000 and 16. Apologies, let me take a sip. Man, I don't know why my mouth is so dry recently. Okay, so yeah, we are respecting this horizontal over here at around 10,022. And I have a really nice area wick over here to know where I'm wrong, right? If we do start closing above this horizontal over here, I'll be wrong. But I can use this wick over here too to know that, hey, we're likely going to see continuation from here on the lower or the higher time frames, and we're likely going to go and test 10,388. In which case, I may actually flip long immediately, right? So I'll be wrong and glad to flip long. Until then, I'll be staying in this trade. If we switch on over to the lower time frames, and I do not recommend you guys do this, let me go ahead and adjust a little bit. Equilibrium, there we go, auto. You'll be able to see a rising wedge of sorts, right, that we have broken to the downside. Now, keep in mind these are very, very subjective, and you wanna use these only as a booster. At least me, guys. That's how I like to trade these. I know Krisha loves trading patterns, and keep in mind that she doesn't use patterns solely either. Okay, she loves horizontals. If you guys do watch her videos, you guys will know that she starts with horizontals and then moves on to patterns, right? Similar to what we did in this video. What I usually do is I look for trend trades, and then I look for the pattern confluencing with the trend trade, right? This time around, I am using horizontals as well because I'm just waiting for the halving to be done. And there's so many ways you can draw this pattern too, right? What if I'm using wicks? What if I'm using candle closes, right? Etc. etc. So for now, we're just using it to illustrate that, hey, we may be having a breakdown over here, and I can go ahead and adjust this like this to be like, hey, look at that, perfect retest and rejection, right? So that's how it can get really, really subjective. But we may see continuation of the downside over here. If you're looking at the 1 hour, I do believe the Kijun is coming somewhere around here. No, the Kijun's a little bit lower. Tenkin is up above 2. So my horizontal around 9,595 is somewhere in the middle of that range. We are currently living underneath the 10 SMA. We closed above it and opened underneath it. This is the kind of annoying thing sometimes price action does, but if we do manage to close another 1 hour candle over here, closing in 30 minutes, I'll be looking for this move down to 9,722-ish, at least to the Tenkin, 9,659. Hey guys, just a quick update. As you guys can see, Bitcoin has come down to hit one of our 2 targets. First target being, of course, the 21 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, and then the next target being the Tenkin, of course. Now, I was actually expecting this to take a little bit longer, maybe a couple more hours, but hey, it happened quicker than expected. And this is a little bit annoying because I was in the middle of a meal, rather cooking a meal, and I don't often break my fast this early. I usually eat only in the evenings and freaking Bitcoin. Anyways, going back to what I was talking about. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pretty much paste this part of the video onto the previous video and then upload it. But the reason I'm doing this part of the video is because I want to talk to you guys about how I'm going to manage my trade. Remember, we have 2 regions of possible support, right? Much like the other video I did, the previous video, the trade that I actually lost, where we talked about 2 possible areas of support, right? Over here it's the same story. We have the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, and we have this major wick over here too. It may not be obvious to you guys, but to me it is an important wick, and it is lining up with the 21 EMA too, right? Right over here, coming in at around 9,744. If you want to be exact, it's 9,744.79 cents. Now, the fact that the 21 EMA has come up to be higher than that level and price come down to it, come down to the 21 EMA just then is very, very indicative of a defense, a possible defense at the very least. And if we do lose that level, then I do think we may come down to 10K. Actually, we may actually come down even further, down to 9,600, 9,595-ish, right? But I'll be out of the trade by then. I'll be out at around 9,650-ish. Okay, so why is this important to me? Because I've often noticed this, right, where if you guys go back and scroll back to the video, the 21 EMA wasn't clearly above this wick over here back when we took the trade, right? Especially since I took the trade all the way over here, right? At that time, I was targeting the 21 EMA and the Tenkin. Okay, the 21 EMA was sitting far, far, far underneath this wick over here, but I had my eye on this wick. Now, as time has progressed, as Bitcoin has consolidated in this area over here for a couple of hours, giving the 21 EMA time to come up above this wick over here, it makes me want to lean more towards taking more profits at this level. All right, I'm just explaining my mindset. You guys may have a different strategy for taking your profits. It could be more systematic, like 85% systematic and 15% discretionary trader. Sometimes it works out for me, sometimes I get punished, right? This time around, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch this a little bit and then start deciding whether I want to like scale out of the position as we see price unfold. Right, if we do however take this wick out over here, I do think that we're going to come down and meet the 10k. So that's pretty much it, guys. At this point I'll be leaning more towards taking out the rest of my profits. I've already taken out more than 50% when we came and hit this 21 EMA, because this 21 EMA came above this horizontal over here. If it was actually still underneath this horizontal, underneath this wick, then I'd likely have been taking out only around 40%, less than 40%, and I'd be leaning towards waiting for price to come down to the 10k. Now there are multiple other reasons too, personal reasons, that I'm leaning towards taking the rest out. Mainly, hey, I'm hungry, I want to enjoy my Friday and yeah, it's more about enjoying a life than focusing on optimizing every trade, man. And hey, profits are profits, right? So another way you could look at this, guys, is if we close above these horizontals over here, 9,804, that's going to be convincing enough for me to just be like, all right, that's it, that's good enough reason for me to take the rest of my profits and get out of the trade. At this point I'm just looking for a reason to get out of the trade, so I can take my profits and not have to worry about the trade anymore, right? Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video was helpful, even slightly at the very least. It's a Friday, so I try to do it quick and dirty. And hey, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next daily video. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick trade idea, setup, etc., whatever you want to call it. See ya, bye.